Hi, good evening, good morning in the Philippines. Welcome to another episode of Flip Your Switch with Grace. Today we will have a special guest. As promised, we will be having Miss Naomi Dilidili, a nurse, my cousin, my business partner, my everything. So we will just have a light topic. A lot of people are asking about what is oxidative stress, how it's linked to 250 illnesses, and how do you manage it. So we will be learning from a beautiful financial educator as well and a nurse practitioner. So may we call on Miss Naomi. Yes.
Hi, hello, everyone. Thank you, cousin. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be in your show. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's an honor to have you. I've been inviting you, and
Thank
you're
you.
busy, but you always said yes to me. So this is a great chance for you to, really share. We know we've been doing a lot of lives, and we've been talking a lot of wellness issues. And one thing that's really need to be discussed, which I discussed this previously on some of my lives, but a lot of people are new. So we will be discussing this again and again. So what is oxidative stress?
Okay, so again, I'm a nurse, so I'll define it first, like according to the medical definition, right? So the medical definition of oxidative stress is it is a physiological stress on the body that is caused by a cumulative damage done by free radicals. So it inadequately neutralized by antioxidants, and that is held to be associated with aging. So in layman's term, it's just the wear and tear of our body, really. So that's oxidative stress.
Okay.
So
Yes. So um how can we get this oxidative stress? Like, do you get it from something or from breathing oxygen, things like that? Can you elaborate on that first?
you get it actually. Even breathing oxygen, you'll get oxidative stress. It's because oxidative stress is everywhere. It's in our environment, like in the air, in oxygen, in like pollution. When we use electronics, which is this is an electronics world that we're living in right now. So we have our phones, we have cars, we have televisions, we have even the food that we eat and the air we breathe, as I've mentioned, it has oxidative stress. So we use chemicals in our food. Our water is even treated. So anything around us can actually cause oxidative stress. And do you know that we actually, like, we as a person generate 300 sextillion of free radicals every day. That's a lot of zeros. Do you know how many zeros it is? It's like 26 zeros with a 3 in front. So that's how many free radicals our body generate every day. So we have to fight this, and unfortunately it's everywhere. The moment you wake up, even when you're asleep, you're getting oxidative stress.
How about the radiation in the cell phone? Is this
Oh, yes,
we get from?
definitely. Definitely, it does give us oxidative stress. And do you know, even relationships can actually can give you oxidative stress because even your emotions can produce oxidative stress. So, if you're stressed out at work, if if your boss is toxic this day, or just even when you go out your garage and you saw somebody that is not so pleasant, it causes oxidative stress. So really, literally everything can actually cause oxidative stress.
That's right. That's right. So like the people, you surround yourself with positive people, you stay away from stressful people.
That is correct. Yes.
It brings you, now not only like the emotional stress, but so far the oxidative stress as well. So that's the reason why when we treat a patient, okay, be it when you're a physical therapist, you're a nurse, it's actually, we call it integrative medicine. You just don't, typically focus on the systems that's having a problem, but you treat that patient overall. You have to take care
Holistically,
of the
right?
emotion. I've learned this from one of the speaker, from the spiritual aspect, from biological aspect, from the nutrition, and so on and so forth. So how can we take care of this oxidative stress? Are there ways, so if we know the root cause of it, we will have a good, solution for it. So can you discuss on some of the tips that you might, share?
Yes, as you mentioned, you getting to know what the root cause is and treating that is actually one good intervention for that, right? So if you know that the only reason really of your oxidative stress are the toxic people around you, get rid of those people. No, no, not really.
Yeah.
Radiate positivity. So versus them, getting your positive energy and you getting their negative energy. So radiate positivity. In medical way, I mean the body, how body reacts. Unfortunately, even if we take the vitamins that we know, even like we take 120 tablets of vitamin C, it's not enough, right? So and nobody can take that amount of vitamin C. Nobody can eat a lot of fruits and vegetables every day. So if our body continue to produce these free radicals, um, we have to find a way. We need to find a way. We need to find something that would actually help us reduce the oxidative stress. So yeah.
Speaking of positive people surrounding you, let me greet Miss Emmy. Miss Emmy's watching our one of the
Hi.
great supporter in our company. Miss Emmy, thank you for watching. Miss
Mhm.
Rita is watching. So we also, let me also remind you that we are being watched global in television, Facebook, which has as international viewers. So a lot of people are commenting, "Hello, beautiful ladies," and watching
Good
live. So,
luck. Thank
yeah,
you.
so thank you for watching. So, going back to oxidative stress, what are the things like, since we have known that oxidative stress can caused by a lot of this food that we take from the chemicals, what are your um suggestion or message to those people that wants to decrease, since we know that the oxidative stress is linked to 250 illnesses, so we don't like to be on that, that process, so we want to slow down that process of increasing your oxidative stress, um aside from taking, great less preservative food, what other else can you add?
Luckily, there are products out there really that can actually help us. So I am very fortunate. Actually, I'm thankful to you because you introduced me to a product that can actually reduce oxidative stress by 40% in just 30 days. So look for those products that are there. It's out there in the market. And just eating healthy is not enough because, as I've said, it's also in your food, right? So we have to really detoxify our body. We have to be mindful of what the input what input we give to our body. And then again, as I've said, there are products out there that can actually help you.
May we know a specific, like a general term for that, maybe antioxidants? or supplementation? What are the recent studies out there?
The ones that I've actually is doing is activation, because our body actually have a natural defense, but unfortunately as we age, our body's natural defense to fight these free radicals reduces. So we need to activate that. We need to reactivate that natural defense. So taking supplementation is great, but I found through the years that it's actually not enough. And then use your body. You already have that. We just need to activate that.
Yes.
So
And also what I'm learning from there's a lot of do's and don'ts with supplementation. That's what I've been learning in functional medicine. We have to also to add, we have to watch those water soluble to fat soluble, and what are those? That's example. For example, is like the vitamin D. We have to watch like the maximum amount that our body could take, because those are fat soluble, meaning you cannot excrete it or detox it. Compared to magnesium, the magnesium, like the drink that we're taking every day, Naomi, you know about that. So it's okay for those who has because we can. It's water soluble, so we could excrete it through our urination. So you really have to be careful, not just getting the supplementation. Oh, especially nowadays, you've heard that vitamin D is good, so you take those a lot and things like that. So you still have to have a coach or ask your doctor on the minimum or maximum amount of dosage of, how many milligrams do you need, and so on and so forth. So don't forget to ask uh, advice from these coaches or from these doctors if you want to have a supplementation. That is the reason why we are training in this. We have in the same company that we're in, that is promoting nutrigenomics. We are trained. We just don't, because like we have to help our client, on what to take, and we pretty much need to understand why are we taking it.
yeah.
So going back, okay, so you've done your activation. Can you share that story to us? Like, how did you started and what, you could just share it like in general.
Yeah, so I actually have a lot of stories to share, but I will be sharing at least a couple major ones that really have changed my life. So the first one that I've noticed is that when I started activating, or we actually call it like biohacking. It's like changing your it's not in your genes. You're no longer mercy of, it's so just changing your body. So yeah, it's activation. So what happened was that we are in the pandemic right now, and I used to have like shortness of breath. I used to have when I go out and I inhale pollution, pollens, things like that, I'll be coughing. And you know what? When I cough before, it was embarrassing, as if my lungs would go out of my mouth. So
Especially nowadays when you cough, everybody look at you.
I know, especially when the pandemic hits, and I was like, "Have you been tested?" And they all go away, right? When you
You don't have the right to cough now.
Yeah, so it was quite embarrassing. So when I started activation, I don't need to be embarrassed anymore because I don't cough that much. I'm not short of breath anymore. Even before I lost weight, yeah, I wasn't short of breath. And then it was so amazing. It was an amazing feeling, that I don't need any aid for me to be able to breathe. And then I honestly, like, one time was sent to for a test, for a COVID test, because we're in the pandemic. So, and I was isolated, um but there was nothing. It was just my body who always have that. But then when I started the activation, it was gone, and I can breathe, as you can see, and I can talk a lot. And the second major one that I wanted to share is that as Grace have mentioned, we have to be really careful when we do supplementation, because not all products out there in the market that says we have this actually have those products inside, right? So we have to be very careful with that. And also these products, I'm in nephrology, so I'm like, these products can be harmful to your body, so you really have to be careful with that. So now another story that I wanted to share with you is that, through the years, our physician have been watching our lab draws, especially in the family. We have a lot, name it, we have it. What disease do you want? Name it, we have it in our family. But then when I started activation, so before, I always guess that when I come to my physician, he will like, "Choo, choo, 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 this is red, this is red, this is like alarming. You have to watch this and that." So when I started activation and I had my blood draw, it was so amazing. I don't have reds. I've got greens and blues only. And I was like, wow, this is amazing, because when I was doing supplementation, my blood work never changed. But when I activated my body, it shows in my blood. So it was so amazing. And I'm so happy like to share it with anybody. It was so amazing.
So when you mention about supplementation versus activation, what do you mean by that?
So supplementation really, you we acknowledge already that our body is missing something, right? So we're adding something to that. But as I've mentioned earlier, adding a little amount is not enough. Like for example, to get enough vitamin C, having 11 pounds of blueberry is not enough. So if you compound that in one supplement, it is not enough for you to have daily on a daily basis. But then if you activate what's already in your body, then your body's natural defenses will actually help you and to become healthy.
Thank you. With us is Miss Risa supporting us. Thank you so much. Another dementia coach.
Yeah,
So
thanks for
that's the
watching.
reason why. Like when I remember sharing this to you, I know you have some hesitation, and it's normal. And that's the power of educating people. When you educate people, when you are open minded, when you just accept that you need to learn and just not be hard headed, and that's the time that you actually embracing a lot of knowledge, and that's what become you powerful to really control your health. So with as we have comments like, yes, nutrigenomics is a new health approach to improve our over health. Will you discuss a little bit of nutrigenomics and what does that mean?
I
Say,
guess you're the best person to discuss that, right? So
yes,
yeah, for
okay,
sure.
I'll help. As I've said, I'll help.
Uh-huh. So
Nutrigen.
nutrigenomics
Go ahead.
really is the scientific. Okay, so let me read it, because I want to really like tell you the true the real thing, right? So this nutrigenomics is the scientific study of interaction of nutrition and gene, specifically with regard to the prevention and treatment of disease.
Mhm.
So as I've mentioned earlier, our body have the natural natural can actually fight these diseases. We have that within us. So nutrigenomics is helping us to to for that fighting for our body's natural defense to be activated, to be active, to be able to fight the free radicals we have. It's 300 billion every day, right? So we have to be able to fight those.
Mhm.
So actually, it's changing everything. Where we once thought that we were powerless in the area of of controlling this, because we thought that if it's in our genes, we will actually have that in the future. It's just a matter of time. But what I have learned, so yeah, you are right. As being in a medical field, I just don't take a word for even if you're my cousin, I will just not say yeah, you're right, and then I'll do it. I did all my research. I'm so happy that nutrigenomics, there's a lot of study about nutrigenomics, about this activation. In fact, there's like 31 studies published by Harvard University, by National Institute of Aging, American Heart Association. So I'm like, I don't want to claim that I'm more intelligent than them, right? And I just so I trust these companies. I've read actually several studies about this, and I've read at least four of them, and I'm like, that's enough. I'm like, these are four studies from these companies I admire since I was a little kid, right? Since I started dreaming to become a nurse. So yeah, and so it's just amazing that our world is evolving, and thank you for the scientists who discovered nutrigenomics. So yeah,
Yeah.
so
According to our viewer, it takes humility to you to relearn. Well, guys, in here podcast, we are just trying to, share what we know, what we discovered. Like Naomi here, she's already practicing as a nurse for long years. I don't tell you how long. But like me, I've been practicing, I think, 28 years as a physical therapist, and I've noticed that there is a missing link. As for me, as for my patient, why are this patient not really getting better 100%? Not that I'm really a bad therapist or you're a bad nurse, but then there is a lot. That's why this integrative study, the studies, the functional medicine, they're all revolve now because of the new discovery that it is just not like diagnosing one. Okay, I will diagnose you, Naomi, having this and that, and then here's the medicine. It's not about that. It's about healing the whole. It's about healing, taking care of getting to the real cause of it. And
yes,
and there's somebody that's helping us. I can't see the name, but Nutrigen is simply going back to basic, holistic, natural approach of addressing problems. Thank you for that. Thank you
yes,
for that.
yes.
And
You
yes,
know
you
what?
so brilliant,
Oh,
Naomi.
thank you, whoever that one
Have-
is.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, you are right, Grace. We have several systems in our body. So if we are not just the kidney, we are not just the heart. Why just treat the heart? Why just treat the kidney? We
Mhm.
have to look beyond that,
Yeah.
because we have a whole body that reacts. So everything really like is linked to each other.
Yeah,
Why
they're
do
all
you have
connected.
problem with your heart? Why do you have problem with the kidney? They're intertwined.
Mhm.
So we have to have a holistic approach, not just treating
Yes.
one. And then, as I said, we always want to go back to the root cause.
Yes, root cause. Okay, so we are learning together. We introduce. I introduced the nutrigenomics to you, and you're helping me with a lot of things too. And also lately, you've added nutrigenomics to low carb fasting. Will you tell us about your experience?
Yes.
How it really light you up?
Yeah, I did not say yes right away to Grace to guest here because I'm like my Facebook. Anyway, no, yeah, it was really amazing. So, I thought I will not be able to do it. I eat rice. I'm from the Philippines originally, so we eat rice. I can eat rice the whole day, right?
Mm,
So I thought I will not be able to live without it, right? Or just less. So I used to measure my rice and then just have a little of it, but it wasn't enough. So, but then when Grace introduced me to low carb fasting diet, I was like, okay, let's start with taking away my rice from my lunch, taking away my then I went taking away my rice from my dinner, and taking away, reducing my carbs really. And then I added fasting as well. I started with 12 hours fasting. I thought I'll be shivering, I'll be shaking, but I wasn't. So and it gives clarity, and you will not really feel hungry at all. I would text Grace before, I'm like, it's my 22nd hour of fasting. I would text her that, but I don't feel hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
From what size did you come from, and now what size are you now? You can share.
yeah. So I used to wear, well, when we were younger, we're always like, really small. And then as you grow older, I guess they say our metabolisms become slower. So I was wearing size 8 and 10s. And then recently I posted it in my Facebook too. I'm like, this is size 4, but I want to try this dress. I like this dress. So I went to the dressing room, and it fits me. I was like, I
Right.
showed Grace, I'm like, look at this is size 4. So
In
I'm
Tagalog, balik alindog.
yeah. Yeah. And then, and it's not that every day I'm not eating something I like. I like the food I eat.
Mhm,
It's just a matter of changing your lifestyle, because it should be a change in a lifestyle. And
mhm.
also, I have my cheat days as well. I still go to the buffet. I still love that. I love sushi. So I still eat sushi, and it has carbs, right? I still eat the food that I like. It's just a matter of discipline, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When to, and when to, how frequent you eat. And that's a good thing with this program. Like, you can eat, you actually enjoy the food better. I've read one article that sometimes, when you don't eat, when you fast, go guys, we were promoting low carb and fasting. Um, when you don't eat frequent, when you eat frequent, your taste bud becomes numb. That's why you can taste it. But when you like have a fasting, intermittent fasting for how many hours, you actually activate your taste bud. And there, have you noticed that when you eat, it tastes so good?
It's so good. I love food. Do you know? Don't get me wrong. I really love food.
So that's you don't have to really deprive yourself not to eat, because always remember that food can heal your body as well. So you don't have to really punish yourself of, if you want to lose weight, you don't eat, you actually enjoy more. It's just about discipline, when to eat and how to eat. And also, I've learned also from my functional medicines teacher, she was so awesome, that you have to really chew your food. Chew your food, because when you chew your food, you metabolize. I started breaking down some components, and then it gives time for your digestive system to really be ready. A lot of us, when we eat, when we're so stressed, and a lot of us, friends, which I was guilty. We're always in a hurry, especially here in America. Like, moms would pick up the kids, and you eat in the car. How many of you? Okay, comment below if you're one of one of those moms that would eat in the car.
I
And so my teacher said not to do that. If you want to lose weight, if you
do
want to,
my comment now.
you can comment
You
next.
feel that too. Yeah.
Yes, balik alindog program. So you have to chew, guys. You have to even smell the food. You have to really internalize that you're eating. And that way, your body will be in parasympathetic mode, since you are in your relaxed stage. Why is that? I always remind my husband to kind of slow down, sit down, and no fighting during eating. So yeah, yeah, those are like simple things like that. And I didn't was not even but paying attention. Now I close the door. Okay, I gotta eat. Give me 15 minutes break. Let's enjoy the food. Chew your food well, because it does matter. It does matter. So when you eat, you eat burger, you're rushing, And that's the reason why, guys, you gain weight because the process of that food is so fast that you're so stressed, your oxidative stress goes up. And so what happened? Your digestive system is not ready. So you have this bloated feeling, you don't digest it. And so when it's not digested, it spikes your insulin level, your glucose. And when that happens, that improves your fat gain or gaining weight.
and and also, when you eat too fast, um
Mhm,
you are not really being mindful of what you're eating. You
mhm.
just just put it in your mouth, just swallow it, right?
Yeah.
And you're not being mindful of how much you were eating and
Mhm.
what were you eating.
So
So yeah, so be mindful when you eat.
avoid eating while watching television, while watching or doing something, because you are not mindful of what you're putting in your mouth. So just when you eat, eat. When you watch TV, just watch TV. So when you watch a movie, in our culture here, we always, I don't really understand why we have to have a popcorn.
Yes.
So, and before I just go with the flow. But now I said, wait a minute, I don't have to eat popcorn. I just have to watch. There you go. So those little things that we could change. If you're really serious of not getting sick, be mindful of the food that you take. So anyway, we discussed what oxidative stress, the food eating habit. So I want to know you more. And I've heard you're launching your own podcast. Can you tell us about who is Miss Naomi?
Yes. So, yes, very true, Grace. Thank you so much for mentioning that. So, as I've said, I am a nurse. I am as also a financial professional, and I'm a Christian. So, the I this Saturday actually, Grace will be my guest host as I launch my new podcast. So it is just about helping. It's just an environment wherein we will be helping people lift each other. I called the podcast "Level Up with Naomi."
Mm-hmm.
I know it. There's my name out there, but then this is just an environment where we can actually help each other. So I'll be inviting people. I'll be inviting people like Grace and all the others, like um, just to share their knowledge, share about what about them, and just to help lift up each other, so and level up. So yeah,
Yes,
it's called Level Up with Neil. Yeah.
yes. I believe that helping each other, each other, and inspiring each other, and I am so blessed I get to spend that time with you, with this journey with you, and I'm excited. We are on the same team and same mindset, and I'm so happy that I get to know you more and grow with you, and
Sure,
together we
it's
go with
mine.
the. Yes. So, any message to your supporter, what to expect, and things like that? You
Yeah,
want to
so
invite them? You already invited them, right?
yes, please. So I've created, I've just created, actually, just this Sunday, I've created a Facebook page called Level Up with Naomi. And then, as I've mentioned, I'll be launching my very own podcast inspired by this person right here. It's called, as I've said, again, Level Up with Naomi. And so, yeah, just please help me. I hope you can join me. And I hope that you will be able to gain or learn something from that channel. And yeah, I've been contemplating on doing it, but then I said my goal is really to help others. So, and I don't think somebody will shut me down just because I want to help others, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, please join me. My Facebook group is a public group, and then in that group I will be launching as well my podcast. Thanks. Thank
Yes.
you, Grace.
Sharing is
Thanks.
caring, and I believe in helping people. help each other, believing in ourselves, and just supporting each other will heal this world. World peace is our mission. So I thank you so much, Miss Naomi. I am so proud of you and say thank you for trusting me all the time. And when I suggest something, you listen. And I am just so thankful that there are people like you, even if we're cousin, but we're not really this, you know, immediate, family. But I feel that you are a family here in the United States, and I can't wait to grow more with you and build our team together. So would you like to discuss, or do you have the dates where you're gonna discuss certain topics, and who's a speaker are you inviting?
Yes, so again, this Saturday is just a launch, so it's just more, it will just be discussing more about me, so that people would know why am I doing it, and then about the podcast. And then the following Saturday, I will have a very, very smart and uh, uh, person who love people, Grace Racal here, to discuss about more of marketing, right? More attraction marketing, and also I'll be inviting people. I've asked some people already. I just need some confirmation to discuss about financial aspects of life. Helping how we can be good with your finances, and then about health as well, and about faith. Again, as I've said, it's anything under the sun. So my goal, another goal of mine, is also to help all the small businesses out there. So I will also be helping other businesses to help them promote their business as well. And as I've said, I just want to create a safe environment where people can actually help each other.
Yes.
Thanks.
Close with this one. I'd like to close this quote by sharing this quote that if we have no peace, right? It is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. So family, friends, good night. Thank you so much for watching my Flip Your Switch with Grace. And we will be launching Level Up with Naomi.
Yay, thank you so much, Grace.
So excited. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I love you and good night.